Peace, brother Tawfiq. How you?
Peace. I'm fine. All praise is due to the Most High. Shalom, Elohim, Alafiyah, Hotep, Islam, Assalamu Alaikum. Peace.
Alright, dog. I just want to congratulate you on the success you had at the Kemetic Institute of Combat at the National Black Theater.
Thank you.
You know, I know you put a lot of hard work into there, and you know, I just want to congratulate you on the success with that. You know, I would like for you to introduce yourself and give some history on yourself and the struggles. I want people to know who you are. You're not no brother that just came along yesterday. You've been doing this for a minute.
Absolutely. First of all, I'm Lord Tawfiq, Dr. Shaka Zulu of the Universal Order, Grand Sheikh of Zulu Nation Kemetic Moors, presently here in the planet Earth, also known as Ki. Also been teaching martial arts and martial sciences for over 15 years. I've been practicing martial arts since the age of 5. Been taking up many different disciplines such as Kung Fu, Wushu, Chi Na, Kung Fu, as well as Qi Kong, practicing Chai Chi systems and so forth. I also elevated into Taekwondo, Hapkido, and so forth, and did a little supplemental training in ninjutsu and boxing. One of my foundations of fighting came from one of the greatest teachers of all time, which was the late, great Johnny Bowman, who was a master scientist of boxing. And also one of the greatest trainers that is still living right now to this day is Brother Larry Davis, also known as Tumbler Davis, Aaron Superman Davis's father, who I also had a very great foundation of training with, as well as you also, Brother Malachi.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I remember going home with a few lumps after a few of our sparring sessions.
I remember them days where we used to go at it, battling.
For sure.
Made us warriors.
For sure. That's one of the main reasons why I'm happy to see you succeed nowadays, because you know a lot of brothers that was with us back then are not around anymore. And the ones that are have not continued to grow and elevate the way you have. You know, so I want to congratulate you on that as well.
All praises due to the Most High. Thank you.
You know, I want to know what was it that made you want to uncover the truth about the Kemetic origins of the arts? Because a lot of people still think that it originated out in the Orient and give credit to other people.
Exactly. Well, you know, being a metaphysician or Kemetophysician and looking at things from the holistic approach, we want to go to the root of the problem or the root of the subluxation of the scenario. And going to the root is that we find that history is his story and mysteries is my story. So in order to, history is best rewarded by research. So being a universal scholar and being a researcher, investigative researcher, we now, being a martial artist and a martial scientist for well over 15, 20 years, now it, you know, propels us to now dig into into the Kemetic origins as to the martial arts. We're finding out that a lot of these techniques did not originate from out of China, did not originate from out of Japan, and so forth like that. We finding out that we start digging in deeper in the history and halls and walls of society and what is known as in the Metu Neter, in the tomb of Imhotep, we find in the hieroglyphs and the Beni Hassan glyphs of Kemetic brothers and sisters performing martial art maneuvers, and today what is known as grappling and different other sciences that we're practicing today and so forth like that. So today, the reason why we're doing this type of thing is to unveil the truth. And it's not to, you know, discredit anyone else, you know, because yes, as a martial scientist, I'm going to still give credit and praise to the Chinese and the Chinese culture for preserving it, the Japanese for preserving the Kung Fu and the Karate and this technique and that technique. However, it's only to be known at this point in day and time right now that it originates right here in Africa, right from the land of Kush, from the land of Kemetic, okay? And that's why we're doing this today, right here, Dr. Shaka Zulu style.
Yeah, I feel that. You know, I also think that that's going to give our youth a lot of higher self-esteem for themselves as they grow older, because they're going to look towards themselves instead of somebody else as the originators of our own arts. You know, I also noticed that there were a lot of youth at your event as well, right? How is it that the youth will benefit from attending your event and also getting involved with the arts?
Well, the reason why a lot of the youth perhaps was so encouraging coming, and it was so, you know, and we had a lot of wonderful turnout, was because of the elements that attracts the youth to the martial arts. we instill in the martial arts, especially from the Kemetic approach, we instill with them not just self-defense, but self-esteem. We also encourage them confidence. We also encourage them to deal with what they call as success. You know what I mean? Elements of empowerment and so forth like that. And this is what is stressed in today's martial arts, as well as discipline. A lot of the parents today, they don't have no idea what to do with their children because they don't have no levels of discipline. They're more scared of the child than the child is scared of the parent. It shouldn't be that way. You know what I mean? And that's why they bring their children over to here, to the University of the Kemetic Institute of Combat, in which we teach the children the proper way and usage of this channelment of energy. And that's known as discipline.
I feel that. But how old were you when you started with the arts?
I was blessed, Brother Malachi. I was blessed because my family, they brought me into the martial arts since the age of 5. And I've been blessed to take up many different disciplines of the martial sciences. And, I also have a great background, in the boxing realm. We used to, scrap it out, go different places around the country and so forth like that. Boxing tournaments, myself and yourself and our team getting up 5, 6 in the morning, hard work training, picking up the big logs, running 10 miles a day and so forth. Crazy Larry Davis Tumbler used to do,
No doubt.
And everybody who's still trained with Tumbler, they know how he do,
For sure. I feel that. It's like a lot of the youth that were present there, hopefully they'll be doing what you're doing in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we would like to show more of that because, another reason why the youth was also interested is because we've been having a long-standing track record of showing, overcoming the negative to the positive through the teachings of Zulu Nation, and through the holistic Kemetic metaphysic approach. And what also we've been doing which has been very successful, is being the fact that Zulu Nation is the alpha and omega of hip-hop, the culture.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? And what it is that also has a direct linkage to the martial arts and the martial sciences. And today we're seeing that through what is known as the 5 elements of hip-hop, with the b-boy, which is the main one that we want to talk about. The b-boy element is so closely related to a martial science, what is known as capoeira, which today is known supposedly to come out of Brazil, but in reality does not come from out of Brazil. It is taught now from out of Brazil, but actually comes from out of Angola in Africa, of Kemet. Okay? So we're going to give credit where credit is due, but you got to give us back too. Okay? And that's what this is all about today. And also the hip-hop involvement, which we wanted to do, and you'll see during the showing, where you'll also see one of the greatest showings of all time, which was Grandmaster Happy Crumb, who is one of the oldest godfathers of Kung Fu and Karate. He's one of the greatest grandmasters of Karate. He actually not just went back, but he went black. He actually created his own art and system, what is known as the robot or android. Way before anybody was even thinking about doing this type of thing in the ring. He was so successful with doing these type of techniques that even the Japanese